Apple's WWDC 2016 wrapped up a few hours ago, and before we bore you in the Pocketnow Daily with a full edition that has to do with Apple, there was so much substantial news here that it deserves its own video. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, apologizing for the treatment in my eyes, just bear with me here. Here is our quick first impressions of WWDC. watchOS 3 was a major update, up to the point where it made me pull my Apple Watch off mothballs. The changes include performance enhancements. Apparently the Apple Watch will be less clunky. Now applications will launch instantly because these are now allowed to run in the background, and this includes third-party applications. Up to the point where the Apple even removed the usage of contacts on the button at the bottom, and now you can actually call on the dock, which is where these third-party applications and applications in the background will lie. Other changes include a new control center at the bottom, in addition to the fact that your activity tracking is now apparently smarter. You can even now invite your friends and track whatever your friends are doing, post challenges and everything. We cannot wait to give it a try. tvOS was a less substantial update, but it is still cool. It starts with the fact that now your iPhone has an application. The remote app is now getting an update that allows it to behave like a Siri remote. You can control the Apple TV, you can use your keyboard. Even cooler, you can use the iPhone as an Apple TV control for gaming, which is awesome. Now Siri is more enhanced as well. Siri is now able to tinker into third-party applications, so now it can search for YouTube videos. It can search for live TV on ESPN, for example, and you can actually make your Apple TV jump directly into that and not force you to go into the application and through the whole user interface. The user interface is also getting a boost where you'll now have a single sign-on feature where all you do is sign on once and not add all your passwords from your cable operators, etc. And even better is apparently the fact that it'll get faster in addition to also a dark theme. That's another thing we cannot wait to try. OS X is no more. Now let's talk about macOS, starting with its new release, Sierra. And there are two major changes that took all the spotlight. One is enhanced continuity, in addition to the fact that it now supports Siri. In the case of continuity, this was probably the coolest one because, first of all, somehow your computer, through networking, will be able to know when you're using your Apple Watch in front of it and unlock the computer. And even though it wasn't mentioned, we're sure that you'll be able to use Touch ID as well with the Mac. And Touch ID also plays a major role through Apple Pay on the web because you'll be prompted on your iPhone to allow a purchase that's happening on your computer, which is also cool. You now also have a universal clipboard, which is awesome. Now you'll be able to copy something on your iPhone and then continue it on the Mac, which is great. And when it comes to Siri, Siri also allows you to not just use it as your assistant, but for example, it can now search within your files. You can then filter that search of your files through who sent you the file, and then you can pin that to your notification tray as a widget for you to be able to reference it in the future. These are just some minor changes that are coming to macOS Sierra. I was about to say OS X. That's another update that we cannot wait to give a try because mainly it's funny, there was this analogy on Twitter where everything you can do on the iPhone you can now do on the Mac and vice versa. That's pretty much what happened here. Now the longest segment is going to be iOS X because the changes are insane. A lot of common sense is coming here, and I'm going to try to narrow these as much as possible. You get a new lock screen, and this lock screen now enhances the use of 3D Touch. You can now use 3D Touch to read notifications, and you can even use 3D Touch to call on these notifications and respond to messages, for example. Grab an Uber, for example. We wonder exactly how that's going to work on the iPhone SE where there is no 3D Touch. We're going to work on a video for that. But you'll also get a new home screen. That new home screen includes a new notification center, new control center at the bottom that also allows you to control your music, in addition to a new type of Today screen that allows you to get all your information at a glance. It's very practical. But even cooler is the fact that 3D Touch again now allows you to hit on the application and get enhanced information of what that application just got. Like for example, ESPN, you're following a team and you will get sports scores, etc. There is a lot that we cannot wait to test, mainly again for devices like the iPhone SE, the iPad for example as well. Another change now comes to phone calls because now it supports voice over IP. Now there is an easier way to call on the dialer from your lock screen as well, and even cooler is that your contact cards will now also support voice over IP features. That's another great update. Even more important is Siri, the fact that it now is supported by third-party developers, and again, all the enhancements that we saw happening through macOS. Then in the case of Maps, well, even though we don't really care much about Maps, now you'll be able to mark a navigation, and then within that navigation, you'll be able to find restaurants within your route. There is a new user interface that looks a little more intuitive, and you can even book your reservation on a restaurant or whatever through the Maps application. Apple Music is another one of those services that got the updates that we were expecting. Mainly, it's no longer that convoluted service. It looks a lot more like Spotify, and in addition, some other applications that are just blended here. But the ideas are great. Now you've got tabs at the bottom, quick access to whatever music is downloaded to your phone, in addition to your library, in addition to ways to connect with whatever services and radio stations Apple is suggesting. One of the major ones was HomeKit. There is a new home application that at a simple glance allows you to control everything that's at your home in a very practical way. We love this update in particular. Photos just got another update that allows you to think of Google Photos in a way. First of all, because you've now got places, and these places allow you to hit on the place and you get the whole story of everything you saw there. It's like if it also blends Zoe from HTC, because you're able to create videos from these. And there's also an option for memories, and these memories also give you an enhanced card with more information on that memory and the option to create videos from that memory as well. News also got a significant update, if we could say so. It now looks more like a magazine, which is what it should have done from day one. And at that magazine user interface, you're now even able to get breaking news notifications, which is fine. But Apple spent its most amount of time on iMessage, and we're really going to wrap it up here when it comes to iOS. iMessage now reminds us of WeChat and WhatsApp, and even Google's new messaging service, Allo, mainly because, well, now you're able to provide emotion within your chat. You're now able to provide different arts and animations, new emoji. Yeah, it reminds us a lot of everything that's already out there, but the reason why it reminds us of WeChat is because you're now able to purchase tickets, for example, and within group chats, you can even reserve tables within third-party applications, because there's also support to third-party developers as well. There is a ton of change that's coming to iMessage. Sadly, no, it's not going to work on Android, but again, these changes are major, up to the point where it leads me to the question of this video. Which one of all these services excites you the most, if any? What do you think about Apple's announcements at WWDC? In my case, I am just happy that I'm finally able to use my Apple Watch. I cannot wait to get watchOS 3 and expect our beta walkthroughs coming very soon on video. Friends, that is it for our quick first impressions video of WWDC 2016. There is the Pocket Now Daily with more news, but make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. In addition, you can also catch our videos on Vessel, vessel.com/pocketnow, and follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.